hello at year 9. This is probably your first flip lesson, and wonder how it's going to go, and whether you'll enjoy it. Anyway, here we go, first things first. So, in order to start our lessons off, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the learning objectives, of course. And today's learning objectives are on the screen for you now, or the learning objectives. Really it's quite simple. What do we do when we describe something? Well, that's our first thing. So we describe the first cause argument. If we look again at the word describe, basically means that we're going to put it into some detail for everybody to understand, and then we're going to demonstrate our understanding of something called the first cause argument. It's a traditional argument for the proofs of God's existence, and we're going to demonstrate that by using an example and showing another person how that example works. So you're going to actually be reading what you've read, to somebody else in their class, and that's going to be something that you'll probably have to do in class for the majority of time. But for the rest of it, the actual examples bit, you're going to be looking at this example here. So I'd like to pass you over to my good friend, Mr. Thomas Aquinas, who's going to go through the first cause argument with you.
Hello, I'm Thomas Aquinas. I'm an Italian monk from many, many years ago. Can you remember what I did? It was a brilliant idea about causation. Let's see how well that works. Hey, spaghetti! Now don't forget what a causation is. It's the idea like these dominoes you see behind me. They all fall. But who is the cause of the fall? Each domino causes the next one to fall. But if we go right back to the very beginning, there must have been someone to cause the first fall. Now that someone must have been a very powerful person with a powerful finger for the dominoes. However, everything in the world is caused also. You were caused. The dominoes were caused. Everything is caused. How? Therefore, how is the world caused? We go back right to the very beginning. And the first cause, who caused it? I do not know. There must have been a first cause. Even science says there's a big bang. However, this first cause must, I think, have been caused by something that was uncaused. The uncaused causer, who caused everything else. And who is this uncaused causer? He's a god, of course. He must be true. There must be a god. Therefore, I think God exists. Hey, meatballs of pasta.
Okay, what do you think of that then? Mr. Aquinas there telling you about his argument, about what he actually believed, the first cause argument. And I'm just going to quickly review that with you. And on the screen there you'll see what it says. It says, Aquinas believes all things that exist have a cause. You know, just like remember the dominoes in the picture there. Well, you can actually think about this computer, or laptop, or iPod, or whatever it is that you're watching this on. At one point in time that didn't exist. Someone has actually caused it to exist. And therefore, you can actually say that everything on the earth, everything has had a cause. Because something's caused it to happen. So brings us to, there we are, there's the people in the computer factory making the computer. Each of us caused to be. Lots of different things coming, each of those different things within the computers themselves caused to be. So finally, Aquinas, if that was true of a computer, it was true of me, you, the people who caused me and you take that all the way back, almost right the way to the beginning of time. Even science, as you heard, says there's a beginning of time. So who caused that to be? For Aquinas, it didn't come about by chance. There you see him thinking about thinking about the universe being created. Who caused that first cause? It wasn't a chance occurrence. And of course, the problem was solved for Aquinas. Of course, Aquinas was a theist. He believed in God. So he believed that it was God who caused it. But therefore, we have a problem. Who caused God? Who caused God? Well, nothing comes from nothing, there has to be something. And if nothing comes from nothing, there has to be that first cause. And that first causer must be uncaused. For Aquinas it was simple. The first cause was caused by something that was uncaused. They must be the uncaused causer. Okay, pretty simple there. For Aquinas, it was such a great argument. So simple, seemed quite reasonable. But the question is, what do you think?